What's up, guys? I'm Chase.
And I'm Landon, and today we're going to be giving you everything that you need to know about the upcoming Sacai Nike VaporWaffle collab. Now to come. All right, so first, thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. Now let's go over some of the basic info for this release before we move on. So both of these Sacai VaporWaffle colorways are going to be set to release this Thursday, April 29th, and that release time is going to be at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern on the Sneakers app, and then on some other sites that we're going to get to in just a second. And then right now, this isn't going to be scheduled to be a Sneakers draw, so that just means to make sure you're ready to enter your size into the Sneakers app right at the release time, and that's just going to depend on what time zone that you're in. And then for pricing, the retail tag is going to be set for $180 on both pairs, which does line up with the Sacai VaporWaffle releases from last year. And then this release is going to, right now it looks like it's only going to be a men's sizing release, and I kind of expect it to stay that way if history repeats itself from the other releases. But that pretty much covers the date and the time, so let's take a closer look at the overall design and the reason for the hype on these shoes. All right, so this is always a fun shoe to talk about with the design because just look at it. Like, come on. This isn't going to be a Jordan release that, if you really think about it, just kind of looks the same with different colors on most releases. And you know, they throw their collabs in there as well, but the Sacai VaporWaffle is just so funky. Like, they first caught my attention with the LD waffle release being a few years ago now. And honestly, I did kind of like that design a little bit better, but this one is more unique for sure. So looking back to last year, we did see the VaporWaffle release in a like black and white color, tour yellow, a sail blue, and then I think a villain red as well. And the black and white anyways, like, it's always going to look clean to me, but the other ones I didn't really like those colors that much. But now we have two more to add to that collection, and these jump the line and have become my favorites easily. So this Sesame Blue Void pair has just such a nice color scheme to it. You know, they got mixtures of light brown and then a darker brown, and then going along with that like navy or obsidian blue just looks so clean. And then purple is just one of my favorite colors on shoes, so it's really not hard for me to understand why I like this dark iris pair. And then also that almost like orange looking color. These kind of give off like Phoenix Suns vibes for anyone who follows the NBA. I don't like the Suns. It's just the only purple and orange team I could think of off the top of my head. And then just to kind of finish this off with the design itself, Sacai has now linked up with Nike on a few different shoes like the Blazer Mid, the LD Waffle like I mentioned, and then this is definitely going to be the most unique model for the collabs in my opinion. I mean, like the midsole pretty much splits in the back and curves out, and then you've got like the two tongues on each shoe. I just really think it's a pretty fun shoe to look at and hopefully to get. But that covers the overall design and the hype, so let's move on. All right, so for raffles and reservations, this is definitely going to be a more limited release already, with it only being in men's sizing, but there still will be some chances to win through a raffle. Now, there aren't going to be a ton of options available right now, but N does have like a worldwide option going on to enter, and then S&S has an in-app raffle going on, just to name a few. But just keep an eye on our How to Cop side of our website, which is going to be www.shoewear.co, where we will be updating raffles every day as they continue to open and close. Or you can always just refer back to this video because we will leave a link in the description that's going to take you to our blog post as well, so you could always access it that way too. But now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Chase so we can let you know what sites are releasing these, what the aftermarket looks like on them, and your best chance on how to cop a pair.
Thanks, Landon. All right, now I'm going to tell you what sites are dropping these super dope Sacai VaporWaffles and at what time. So at the time of this recording, it only looks like Nike will be dropping these on Nike Sneakers app or online at nike.com/launch. But in the past, there have been other retailers that have dropped other colorways of the VaporWaffle. Retailers like Kith, DSM and Y and Concepts did drop Sacai's in the past, but the best way to find out where they are dropping is to check out our blog post, which we're going to leave a link down in the description. But moving on, let's look at the average sale price on the aftermarket. Now, as a disclaimer, the price you see could change as we move closer to the drop, but also in our blog post, there will be links to all the marketplaces that you see for you guys to check out closer to the release date. But starting off with the Sesame Blue Void colorway, StockX is at an average selling price of $545. Goat's at $550, eBay is also at $545, and Flight Club is at $505. Now for the dark iris colorway, StockX is at $525, GOAT's at $650. eBay currently doesn't have any sales, and Flight Club is at $560. For stock, these will definitely have a low amount of stock. Based on recent limited releases, I think the stock is going to be less than 10,000 pairs split between both colorways in the United States. Now for my resale prediction for the Sesame Blue Void colorway, I'm thinking it's going to be around $400 to $450. And for the dark iris colorway, I think it's going to be $450 to $500. Now that's going to net you a profit anywhere between $200 and $300 per pair, depending on which colorway you cop and where you sell. Should you hold or sell these Sacais? Before giving my opinion, I am assuming that the hold duration that you're going to be holding onto these for is more than 3 months. Now, my recommendation is to sell. This is because I believe that this Sacai model in particular isn't really wearable. Now, we've seen pictures of the VaporWaffle on feet in the past, and we've even talked to Josh Dominic, shout out to Josh, who said these are ginormous in person. And I personally think that what really makes a shoe go up in value is really seeing the shoe in person and seeing it around on people walking around. So as a quick wrap up, definitely sell if you cop and try to maximize your profits by either selling locally or taking advantage of eBay's 0% sneaker fees.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for episode 29 of how to cop for the Nike Sacai VaporWaffle release. Thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. And for more sneaker news, our available shoes for sale, and just anything that we do, click the link in our bio and check that out.
Also, feel free to comment, interact below to let us know what shoe you want to hear about next. But until next episode, peace.
Thank you.